BRT is quite a unique mode. It's a niche market, and in that respect there aren't many conferences that actually deal with the subject. The BRT UK conference is quite unique in that it deals exclusively with the issue of the subject of BRT. In that respect, it tends to attract the entire cross-section of the industry. So it attracts the developers, it attracts the sponsors, the scheme sponsors such as county councils, the PTEs. It attracts and brings in the technology support. It brings in the bus builders, the operators, the consultants that design, develop and plan these systems. So it's a really good opportunity, a network opportunity for people interested or involved in the mode to speak to people that are right at the cutting edge of their own field of expertise and really understand, have your finger on the pulse.
I think the BRTuk conference is very much a practitioners' conference, so it's hearing from other people and their practical experience of what they've done, what they've achieved and learning points, and I find that very useful. Even today I'm hearing things that I've not heard at previous conferences, giving me ideas to take back to Cambridgeshire, where we're looking at doing further BRT systems.
We get a number of things out of coming to the conferences. I think learning about the other schemes is invaluable, and picking up what's went well, what's worked not so well, and some tips on how to take our own scheme forward. And it's really that sharing of ideas and opportunities has been hugely valuable. One of the features of the conference, which we've built on every year that we've had the conference, and I've been at every one that's happened, is we always have an update from the various schemes around the country, either schemes that are recently opened, where we're hearing about successes and lessons learned, or schemes that are in development, where again we're hearing about lessons learned, good practice, bad practice, what works and what doesn't. And that sharing of information always stimulates a good discussion. A discussion that usually carries on into the dinner and the bar afterwards. We often combine the conference with a tour to a recently opened or an in-development bus rapid transit project. We've done very successful tours to the opening of the Luton Guided Busway, the Gosport Fareham scheme, the Eclipse BRT down in South Hampshire, and that really gives people, the delegates that come to the conferences, an excellent opportunity to actually see one of these things in operation, or if it's in mid-construction, to really learn some of the lessons and best practice and understand some of the challenges that the developers are finding with these systems or are coming across, so that the same mistakes aren't made and things can be improved. So that's a huge benefit. And it's just not limited. It's not just limited to bus systems as well. We've done a trip to Edinburgh Tram and the National Control Centre for the Forth Road crossing as well, the Forth Road Bridge in Edinburgh. So it's quite a broad sort of spectrum of disciplines in terms of engineering, planning, and operation and maintenance issues as well.
All these technical visits try to explain to people just what so-and-so is able to achieve, how somebody else has done it, maybe in a quite different fashion, achieved the same results but done it very differently. Technical visits, yes, are very important. You can also look at things and say, I wouldn't do it that way myself. So you see the negatives, but a negative is also a positive in terms of what other people can do with it.
There's been some excellent technical tours again of schemes of which are really different environments, whether they be urban or peri-urban areas. Where you pick up a lot of expertise, and also seeing it. There's nothing better than seeing a scheme in the flesh, seeing how it's been delivered.
Some conferences can be very sterile. You sit in the audience, you're not really a participant. But the BRTuk conference, we really do get people talking.
Our venue moves around the country to where things are happening in connection with BRT. One of the great advantages of our conference is we see the papers are important, the speakers are important, the presentations are important, and the technical visits are important. But one of the most important key things of it is the networking. We have a lot of time at the start of the conference, during the evening reception and meal for people to talk together and to get involved. And in all honesty, that is one of the main ways of people exchanging information, getting ideas, hearing about things, hearing about the problems that people have, but otherwise bringing it together and getting to know the people.
The mix of different skills and expertise and knowledge is second to none, and hugely useful in our own planning and thought process. And
in terms of technology, there's a lot of technology transferable from other transit systems, rail, light rail systems. It's a very fast moving industry, especially with the use of smartphones and open ticketing, open source data and things like that. And really it's difficult to keep pace with that. So coming to an event like this really gives you the opportunity to speak to those people that are developing those things and really be right at the cutting edge of what's required and what's available in terms of technology to make these schemes much better, more reliable and more effective, getting people out of the cars and onto buses, which is what BRT is all about.
It's a mix of things. It's an information exchange, it's a normal conference presenting papers and so on, but it's a good opportunity to talk and learn as well.